Hey everyone, welcome to this week's guitar lesson where we're going to be looking at the Verve and Bittersweet Symphony. This was released in the Britpop era, and in this track it really only has 4 chords that we're going to look at, and it just cycles around throughout the track. If you haven't already, click the like button, click the subscribe and then the bell, and you'll be notified each week when I upload a guitar lesson. So the amp sound that you're looking for this track is just a clean guitar sound. I've added some reverb and a bit of delay to this tone just to fatten it up a little bit. So let's delve into the actual chords themselves. So the very first chord that we're going to play is our standard E major chords. The most important part of this chord progression is definitely our strumming pattern. So on every chord that we play, we're going to go down, 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 up. As you may have noticed there, on the third down, I'm really accenting it and playing all of the strings. The first 2 down strums, I'm really only hitting these top strings, the E, the A, and maybe the D as well. So if I do it again, down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Once you feel comfortable with this strumming pattern, let's start to add our E major chord to it. And again. What we're looking to do with this strumming pattern is really get tight to the strings that are playing in the original track. Our strumming pattern is essentially going to be replicating how these strings sound in the track. After this E major chord, we then play an E sus4 chord. Now you may not have heard of this chord before, but it's fairly simple. What we're going to do is keep our second and our third finger in place from our E major, remove our first finger, and then place our little finger on the second fret of the D string. We strum all the strings. This gives us an E sus4 chord. And once again from E major to E sus4. Once you've got these 2 changes down, let's move on to the next chord. So the next chord is a D sus2 chord. For this, we're essentially playing our D major chord but removing our second finger from the second fret of the high E. This means we now have a high E that's open. And we're strumming from the D string downwards like we normally would. This gives us a D sus2 chord. Again, we are going down, 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 up. Now this chord may be slightly harder to do our first 2 downstrokes on the lower strings because we're already on the D string. Okay, so we're kind of running out of strings. So for here, don't worry too much about it, but definitely try and get that third downstroke accent in. And then let's do it from the E major, the very first chord. Let's do it at a slow tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. The very last chord in this progression is just our A major chord. Now there's 3 different ways you can play this. You can use 3 fingers like I did then. You can use your first finger bar. And you can also use this shape too, which is where your second finger is on the second fret of the D string. First finger is on the second fret of the G, and then our third finger is on the second fret of our B. Either one of those works, whatever's easiest for you. I prefer the 3 finger method. And again we're going down, 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 up. So from our D sus2 chord, and again 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are the 4 chords that are in the track. Now let's pull it all together and play from the E major all the way through to our A major. We're going to do it at a slow tempo and then we're going to do it at a quicker tempo. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now at the quicker tempo. And that is the lesson complete. The most important part of this lesson is that right hand and strumming. Really make sure you lock in with the strings in the original track. Make sure you get your chord changes down and you'll be good. If you enjoyed this lesson, click the like button, click the subscribe and then the bell. That way you'll be notified each week when I upload a guitar lesson. Have a great week.